Everyone, please be seated. Thank you.
On behalf of Faculty of Business, Lincoln University College, we welcome everyone to witness this MOU signing between Lincoln University College and St. Martin's University. A memorandum of understanding is an agreement between two or more parties outlined in a formal document.
It's my pleasure to welcome all of you again to this beautiful event this morning.
MOU plays a crucial role in fostering mutual understanding and alignment between the parties in a business collaboration. It provides a platform for the parties to articulate their goals, responsibilities, and the framework within which they will work together.
The process of drafting MOU allows for open discussion and negotiation between the parties, helping to build trust and respect. Building trust in professional relationship is the most important in building successful collaboration.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to invite our Dean, Faculty of Business, Professor Dr. Abhijit Ghosh, to deliver his speech. Let's welcome on the stage.
Ask me show the Lincoln corporate video. Yes. Lincoln corporate video, please.
So let's watch our Lincoln corporate video.
Paduan kejayaan berilmu, bangunkan wawasan harapanmu, graduan yang berilmu. In the house of Lincoln, together we recover knowledge with and glory.
Lincoln University College LUC, located at Petaling Jaya, Malaysia, was established in the year of 2002 as Lincoln College and upgraded to Lincoln University College in the year of 2011. Lincoln University College has three campuses, that is Wisma Lincoln and Kelana Jaya Learning Site in Kelana Jaya, and also in Kota Baru Clinical Campus in Kelantan. Our main campuses is located in the busy metropolitan city of Petaling Jaya, Selangor. Lincoln University College is one of the premier private institutions of higher education approved by the Ministry of Higher Education and Malaysian Qualification Agency. It is also among the top 9 Malaysian universities according to the Times Higher Education University Impact Rankings 2019 and 2021. The university is also crowned with 5-star ranking by the Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia consecutively in 2017 and 2019. The Lincoln University College mission drives our focus on the quality education for individual development and its vital foundation. The founder and the administrators of Lincoln University College are true academicians and practice skilled entrepreneurs who are committed to helping students achieve their potential in the education, research, and skilled entrepreneurs world of this exciting new millennium. The main focus of Lincoln University College is student-centered and student-directed. Our philosophy is that everyone has a claim to education to better their life, advance their career, and reach their desired level of personal success. At Lincoln University College, we offer programs at postgraduate levels, undergraduate levels, pre-university, and American degree program. Overall, we have 160 over programs from 12 field of studies. At Lincoln University College, we prepare you to launch your career by providing a supportive, creative, and professional environment from which to learn practical skills, build a network of industry contacts, and gain real-world experience. You'll have the opportunity to generate innovative design and business solutions. At Lincoln University College, we initiate a platform for a lifelong learning through continuous academic development to the global community. Here in Lincoln University College, we also prepare holistic graduates with managerial and entrepreneurship skills for career opportunity in a highly competitive, technologically advanced, and rapidly changing world.
Register now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our pleasure to invite our Dean, Faculty of Business, Professor Dr. Abhijit Ghosh, to deliver his speech. Let's welcome on the stage.
Very good day to all of you. I think everyone can hear me without the microphone, right?
Um, so here we are gathered for a beautiful occasion and auspicious one. And the purpose of today's meeting is to make sure that our American degree transfer program is up and running. And that's why we invited Professor Lee, who is originally from Taiwan, but living in US for the last so many years and having wonderful academic journeys in US, including teaching and learning, research as well. So during our meeting today, first thing in the morning, I realized a humble gentleman who was waiting patiently outside of the lobby of the hotel, whereas we were searching everywhere for him. Yeah, we went to the reception, and the receptionist told us to go to level 8. Apparently, he was having his breakfast. Then we couldn't find him. We came downstairs and again to the reception, and he was nowhere to be found. Only to realize that he is actually waiting patiently for us outside, like a true American professor. Yeah. No, thank you very much, sir, for being in there waiting for us, and also thank you very much for showing us the guidelines for taking this thing forward. Coming back to Lincoln, Lincoln is a privately owned university college trying to get rid of the TEL college and trying to become a full-fledged university. And I believe we have a long way to go with your university as well. How? Lincoln, when I look at Lincoln, the best thing about Lincoln is the numbers of programs we have. At the Faculty of Business, we have more than 50 programs, and all of these programs are international benchmark. And also, our programs are full of international students, and maybe we can discuss further to find out whether our experiences can be, exposed to your institution at your level because you're 50 kilometers away from Seattle, so that we can learn from each other. And the way I see this whole thing happening in future, the students will be spending a little bit time here, maybe 2 years, and then they will be traveling to US to study further at your institution. So when they are arriving at your end, we'll make sure that they are not only concepts and theory-wise ready, also they're ready to face the challenges of living in US, 50 kilometers away from Seattle, and at the same time, they are making us feel very proud on a regular basis. And I'm pretty sure that you will be taking good care of them. The other good thing about this whole exercise or experience is at Lincoln, I'm proud to say that we also rely heavily on our academic staff members like you guys do. And all our academic staff members are not just here from Malaysia, but we come from all around the world. So we are multicultural, multilingual, but English is the main spoken language as far as Lincoln is concerned. Second thing is all the programs that you see in our website or in front of you, these programs are quality programs. It's not only we internationally benchmark them with countries such as US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, but also we are tapping into the good things of all the beautiful universities spread all around the world so that we are continuously learning on a regular basis so that the programs are basically top-notch programs, and that's guaranteed. Especially at the Faculty of Business, I'm proud to say we do take care of the programs, and then we do take care of the students. With that, I'm not going to take too much time of yours or the audience. I'm requesting Dr. Poda to introduce Professor Lee so that we can move forward. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Dr. Ghosh, and thank you to all the audience here present, and welcome Professor Lee. And nothing much to say, you can see his profile, short profile I have displayed here, we have displayed, and he has done his graduation from Taiwan. After that, he traveled to US and completed Master of Economics, then PhD in Engineering and Technology. So he has a multi-specialty background and very, very professional in project management, engineering management, industrial management, all these areas. So our engineering faculty also here, Prof, for listening to your lecture. And he also is editor of different journals, which is Scopus Index, Emerald, and Elsevier, other publishers, and many other publications. He always promote the students in his career. Before joining to this university also, he was serving as a professor in different other universities. And he come here for Sustainable UN Sustainable Development Goal Conference for last 2 days. And today he have the time to spend with us. And we not want to much spend much time. I like to invite Professor Lee to deliver his speech.
I want to make sure it's still good morning. Thank you. Thank you for nice introduction. Last week, I told the Dean of International Program, Dr. Roger Douglas, say, I am going to United Nations conference, UNESCO conference, education for sustainable development in Kuala Lumpur. And he say, you have an opportunity to visit our partners, the new partners, Lincoln University College, also in the same area. So when I look at the university profile and the faculty, distinguished faculty, and I told Rogers, I say, I gotta go. I'm so excited. I want to go that even that means I don't need to attend one day of the conference, but this is much more important. So this is why we are here. We are educated. So why we are here. So we are here to educate the next generations of leaders, right? So I want to take this, come here and to look at the distinguished faculty and students. And also, I prepare a general introduction about the topics I been doing research, business model, sustainability, and also something called impact investing. Right. So we were talking about ESG, investing like that, but I found out that we can also look at the different approaches. So when I graduated from the George Washington University, Washington D.C., in the first day of my lecture, because I was young, the students are government official, military, colonel, right, and loyal like that. They study part-time. Oh, thank you. At George Washington University, they came over there in the evening to study. And I was a professor there, a young professor. Said, how this little Asian guys can teach us we really knew a lot about technology, innovation, business, public management. I told them, I say, you guys are experts in your field. Everyone are experts in their fields. I am here, I'm here to add value by providing a systematic overview of the subject. So I connect the dots. I don't teach you how to do it, but you're able to expand the space, expand your own. So I offer a systematic overview and so you can connect the dots, expand the space. So that's what I do as a professor. I add value. I inspire students so they can create their own. So today I try to Oh, yeah, thank you. Give you a general overview about, from a practitioner perspective, not from a general research. It's not about publishing an academic journal, but rather sharing, engage with you guys about the ideas in business models, sustainability, and investing. Those are the popular topics nowadays. So, business model innovation, sustainable innovation, impact investing, and how the social change, environmental changes, in the impact they create. And how can we do something to make a difference? Economists, I was an economist by training. The first half of my life, economists, the favorite word. What's the favorite word of economists? It's incentive, right? People react to incentives. Well, my favorite word is about what we do is impact. Being a dean, I sign paper. I work with faculty. I'm mentoring students. What we do is creating impact. So how can we create impact? You and Mike, we can do it together. So, all right. Okay, so let's begin with a general introduction about what's business model. Well, disruption is everywhere. So back in 2015, I kind of going through different generations of computer, mobile device like that. And I remember in 1998, I was in guest lecturing in George Washington University strategic management class. And the faculty, I was guest lecturing, faculty asked me, say, what do you think the future trend of computing? I say, in 5 years, people will access information through through a mobile device. Mobile device will be the future. That was back in 1998, and nobody believed me. And people get out of those cell phones say, "You see this? There is no way you can see anything in a small screen like that." Of course, we are doing that every day right now. So that was my first prediction. And Nokia at that time, we all use Nokia, right? So you think about the phone, but actually it's not a phone. It's communication, entertainment, computing, multimedia, social media, everything. So it's limit your imagination if you always think about old way. Okay. So another one is that when I grow up, when I was college student, we rent videotape and then DVD. Right. So the famous store is called Blockbuster in the United States. It was huge network, but from 90, it just suddenly disappeared because of innovation, because of digital streaming. Right. Back in the year 2000, nobody believed. I say we will watch TV. We are not going to watch TV. We will watch everything on demand through internet, because 1995 Amazon was created and was striving to work in Washington D.C. I heard the radio say all the books are Amazon, but if you limit your imagination on book, you miss the whole opportunity. In fact, that those are the platform that create other new opportunity, right, such as streaming. Right, Amazon streaming, Netflix, everyone else who is streaming. So they kill the video rental business. And the same thing happened in newspaper. right? Even the subscription circulation keep almost the same, but the amount of revenue they generate drops significantly. And digital camera, right? I remember 25 years ago, right? I like to take picture using the traditional camera, and then I have to go to a local store to processing the film, take a week, right? Nobody can imagine that we can just we can just take as many photos as possible and choose the one that you like, right? Without going to any local store for processing, right? And electric vehicle, right, is another disruption to automobile industry. And this photo was generated by artificial intelligence, right? This, right? So the business of taking photographers, their profession are impacted by these new technologies. So do we ask whether the new technology will destroy more jobs than it create, or create more jobs than it's destroyed? I have been hearing this all my life. I wrote my master's thesis in 1984 using typewriter, right? I believe here nobody ever used use typewriter or even seen one, right? That's 84. And then they come computer. They say, oh, computer will destroy jobs. But in fact, computer IT revolution generate more jobs, right? And then digitalization, right? And internet. Now it's AI. So we ask the same question, whether AI will generate more jobs. Everybody says, oh, that's different. This time will destroy more jobs, right? But let's see. I still have confidence AI will generate more jobs. It's destroy. So, right? These are the professions, service that exposed to AI. But that doesn't mean it will destroy jobs, but rather it presents opportunities for those industries. Right? So everyone has a plan until they got punched in the face, right? We know this guy, right? So disruption is normal. We can consider disruption is normal, right? For those who refuse to learn and improve, one day become redundant and not relevant to the industry. So most companies, they learn in hard way. So it is a business model that matters. Okay. My university, I live in Tacoma, it's about 30 miles from Seattle. And my university, St. Martin University, is further south, but it was in the metropolitan area. The summer in Seattle area is very nice, but not in the winter because it's 6 months of booming, raining weather. So people like to drink what? Coffee, right? So Seattle is famous for coffee. There was a brand called Seattle's Best. Seattle's Best Coffee. So why Seattle's Best Coffee is not Seattle's Best Coffee, right? So because it's Starbucks. If you visit, the first thing I took a taxi from Kuala Lumpur Airport to my hotel, Sunway Lagoon Hotel. The first thing I saw when I stepped out of my taxi was Starbucks. It's right inside the hotel, right? So this is the original Starbucks if you visit Seattle, everybody visits Seattle. This is a place you must go. You must visit this place. That's original in 1971. And last week, my wife and I, we visited Seattle. So we took a picture. You see, that's exactly the same, right? See, latte, espresso, cappuccino cafe. And look at that. The storefront was exactly the same. But the growth for the last, from 94 to 2013, that was the growth period. And from 94 to last year, the stock price has been increasing. But we know that stock price is the potential future earning that reflect in expectation of the growth that reflect on the stock price. So why there's a mom and pop store? I mean, there are so many coffee stores in the Seattle area, but why one store make a difference, make impact, right? In 2021, there are 32,000 store, and in 2023, there's a 38,000 store worldwide. Right? So there must be a secret for them because of a business model innovation. Right? It's just not just about serving product, but service. So we learn, the marketing business, right? We know that it's not about the product or service. It's about the value that you deliver, right? That's what we learn in business school. Right? So you have to think about why do people buy coffee? I mean, a different kind of the day, right? Or what kind of value generate. So you capture those value and develop your business model to expand your business. Right? So digital strategy that make a difference, that change the business model, right? Mobility, like first time. Earlier I said that the mobile device, everything right now is cloud computing, mobilities, right? And networking. Networking includes social media, all kinds of media connection, right? So there's a platform, there's a mobility, and also the mobile, right? Mobility platform, social media platform, right? And personalized service, right? Integration between online and offline, and in-demand loyalty program. Right? So loyalty program, even the same, I decide to fly from Taiwan to Kuala Lumpur. They are airlines that charge lower fare, but I choose the one with higher fare. But I still a member of the frequent flyer number, so I took advantage of that because of the loyalty program. So Apple Pay and the Starbucks digital chain is the second place. But however, no business can continue prosperous successful. So we have seen the stock price dropping significantly. Starbucks price dropped significantly lately because of people kind of tired of the consumer fatigue with price continuous increase, right? And also the number of transactions. That means you don't buy that much their service anymore. Perhaps due to a competition, perhaps due to something they have to continuous or innovate. Right? So there's a warning sign right there. All right. So business model innovation definition, right? We need both technological and market knowledge. Right? Technological knowledge, such as in 1990s, oh, you have to create a website. 2000, you have to create a network, and then now you have to have the mobile app, right? So those are the technological. We have to take advantage of those technological events, and also the market knowledge. So you capitalize on the use of the new knowledge, both technological and market knowledge, that capitalize on the disruptive attribute of technology of innovation to design and implement an innovative way of offering solutions that satisfy customers. Right? Both explicit in Latin or implicit. Right? Professor Cautious studied consumer behavior. Right? He's an expert. So a lot of things, consumer behavior is a Latin demand. Right? So you don't, I remember when I was analyst in Washington, D.C., there are two newspapers, Washington Post and Washington Times. They compete with each other. So Washington Times, one day they sent out a survey. Say, what do you like to your newspaper, blah, blah, blah. And then they came out the weekend section on Thursday. Said, oh, I like the weekend section on Thursday, so I can plan on Friday. We can go with. But it turned out it's a flop. Nobody cared. Why? Because you listen to consumers, they may not know what they really want until you present something. Say, yeah, that's exactly what I want. That's implicit or Latin demand that you identify, right? So these are some of the business models, digital business model. They are doing well right now until the next disruption, right? So peer-to-peer, when I came here from the airport, I was searching for how can I use a local transportation. I can take train, but train need to transfer somewhere else. So there must be a service like Uber, right? Uber actually is a platform. So I look at that, it's the Grab in Malaysia, right? So Grab with all kinds of platform with food delivery and taxi is kind of like mobile logistic service, right? And Spotify music, right? Video on demand, right? Search and advertising. And there's a new one, right? There's a new one. It's called OpenAI, right? That's what do we call that? Generative AI, right? So there are different categorization of different business model, and sometimes when we look at electronic commerce, it's not just people ordering products online, but it is an integration to make the consumer's life, make a seamless life, provides kind of service. So even Amazon starts selling books online. They kill all the bookstores, and then they create their own bookstore, right? And then they decide to close everything. So selling products offline in brick and mortar storefront, right? Bookstore is not. Selling books do not have to. Let me put it this way: bookstore is not a problem. Or supermarket is not a problem. Physical store in general is not a problem. The problem is what's the right business model that you combine physical and virtual space, so that provide service that satisfy the customer need. So, and so there are hundreds of publication, even I believe probably thousands of research and publication about business model. You can see business model innovation, components of business model discovery, all kinds of research and publication. But in general, when we look at the components of business model, right? What constitute a viable business model, right? Of course, the first thing is that, as I always say, we study business, we study three variables: value, price, and cost, right? So you're gonna have a reasonable cost and affordable price, but most important is the value that you deliver. So you charge your product service price according to, ideally, people's willingness to pay. Right? If you set your price too low, you miss the opportunity to generate more revenue based on consumers' willingness to pay. Right? That's value. Right? So when I teach strategic management, student team like to say, "Oh, we use low price strategy." I say, "What's the low price strategy?" "Oh, we set our product or service price lower so we can generate more revenue, more people want to buy it." I say, no, it's not. There is no such thing as low price strategy, because if your product deliver high value, why you have to say your price low? You miss the opportunity to generate more revenue, right? If your product is no good, you say lower price. That means people don't want to buy because you do not deliver value. So there is no such thing. I mean, it's a low price strategy. Right? We have low cost strategy. Low cost strategy means you minimize your cost relatively lower than your competitor, right? But the pricing strategy is more based on your customers' willingness to pay. How do we know that? How do we know the customer willingness to pay? Nowadays it's easier. 20 years ago wasn't that easy. Nowadays we have big data, right? We have all this kind of artificial intelligence, observation, those kind of data that help us to identify the customer's willingness to pay, right? So value, price, and the cost are the three variables that we learned in business school, right? So this is components of a business model. So in general, summarize this is that the technical input going through the viable business model and came out with economics, value, price, and then the profit. Profit means the revenue minus the cost, right? So it's all cost, value, price, and profit. So people, when I say, "Oh, you work for a small private university, your tuition is higher than public university. Why do students want to go to your university instead of go to a lower tuition place?" I say, because our program deliver high value, right? It's just like I look at the Lincoln University College. I was very impressed about the faculty, distinguished faculty publication, the lab I just went through. It is a value when you say, why do you send your children to a particular university? Why do you come to a particular university? Because you see the value and you're wanting to pay the tuition, because that we measure the value that you receive. So people say you charge to a higher tuition. I say no, we deliver high value. Right? You see whether you consider you perceive that. So what we need to, any university, any product, any organization, we need to increase customers' perceived value. Right? So they are wanting to pay higher price, then we don't So we don't say the lower price strategy. There's no such thing as low price strategy, right? So it's only low cost, or you differentiate so you can create higher value. Okay, so that's oh oh. So I can leave this presentation. There's a public knowledge. So if you like that, I can send it to you. Right. So those are the questions, right? About this business model. So, for example, we talk about what customer need, what kind of novel activities, right? What kind of activity that we perform. So sometimes you look at the fundamental. Yeah. So there's a famous case in marketing by Levy, right? Say people need 3-inch hole. They don't need 3-inch drill. They need a 3-inch hole, right? So, but you can take this concept to the next step. Say, why do we need this hole in the first place, right? So, if we don't need this hole to solve the problem, we do a woodwork. We need a 3-inch hole. We drill this 3-inch hole. So, on one hand, say people buy tool. They don't need a 3-inch drill. They need a 3-inch hole. But you can take this concept to another level. Say, why do we need a 3-inch hole? Maybe we can have different ways to solve this problem. So in such case, we don't even need to buy anything, right? We have different ways to solve the problem, right? So just like transportation, right? Transportation, why do we need to go from A to B? There are different ways to go from A to B. But then you take a fundamental reason, say, why do we need to go from A to B? We can work remotely, right? So that's another way to look at the problem, right? So there's a business model innovation strategy. Follow those checklists to see the guideline, right? Not that mean you have to follow, but just give you some idea. Right. So business model performance intended. They are strategy, or they are intended strategy. They are market focus. For example, in business school, we love to learn. We love to say, "Hey, this is a blue ocean strategy versus a red ocean strategy," right? Red ocean means you compete with an existing market. It's a zero sum. Some people make money, some people don't, right? For example, competition is zero sum. Means if two automobile company, right? One selling more means the other company sells less, right? So that's a red option. Red option is a competition. On the other hand, a blue option means you can create new market. You can create new market, right? You can shift from the economy's perspective. You can shift the demand curve, right? So you create your own demand, right? When I was a graduate student, there was something new. When I was in high school, we listened to music with album, classic album, right? And then digitized music. Music has been digitized, so we call MP3. There are so many MP3 players. They all compete for market share. But one company created iTunes, iPod, that create their own market because they consider not just music, but also podcasts and other things that can go through this MP3. That means create a new market for MP3 player, right? Okay. And this is the research I work with my colleagues. Come up with there are 4 different categories of intended strategy, right? the two broad category means whether you are competing in limited zero-sum market or whether you want to generate new market. Or some companies, they are in the decline industry. Whatever they do, they have to innovate. Otherwise, all kind of strategy, just like rearranging chair on the deck of Titanic. Whatever they do, the ship is sinking. Focus on the ship, not the furniture on the deck, right? So, but other like OpenAI or like Google 20 years ago or 25 years, no, not 25, that's 1999. When I first teach electronic commerce class in 1999, there are two students in my group, in my class. I want them in the final project to present a company, an electronic company that I consider has huge potential. And in 1999, 4 students came out with introduce a company. Say, we want to introduce a company nobody heard about that. The company is called Google. And 26 years, I mean, now we all use Google, right? Because before Google, there was a company called Alta Vista, Web Crawler, InfoSeek. There are so many. One company came with my student, found that company and introduced that to students back in 1999. And I'm pretty sure other student team did a project in 2021. Say there's a company called OpenAI, right? Okay. Well, so we talk about sustainability. We talk about business model now is sustainability, right? There's the question that we asked was, I have a chance to visit India last year, and because I'm interested in sustainability, how companies, can sustain big business with less minimal impact on the environment. So I had a chance to visit a diamond processing company, right, in India, and they did a great job of doing this kind of sustainability. They even won the award from the United States Green Building Council certificate like that. So we went through those their processes, look at how they process the raw diamonds, right, with a limited impact on the environmental and other resources. Right. And then this was yesterday. When we talk about sustainability, the company understand sustainability. Because sustainability means whether their business can continue, whether they create less impact on the environment, so everyone can, benefit from the most effective use of resource. But this conference go beyond the traditional concept. Think about the sustainability. The concept of sustainability should or must be incorporated in education. So it's called education for sustainability, called ESD, right? So the goal is like to 2030 to accomplish a certain goal, right? So this is ESD for 2030, right? And we know that the triple bottom line, social, environment, and economic. And for those interacting with sustainable development is that we consider social, economics, and environment, right? So when we look about, this is sometime back in Seattle, right? Seattle said, well, the University of Washington, you cannot, we protest that because you use animal testing for products, right? So people protest outside the University of Washington animal lab, right? Well, but when we look at on the other side of the issue, the certain benefit of animal testing in a humane way, right? And the environmentalists, right, in Seattle against Shell Oil Company, right, say, well, in the, trying to stop them to oil drilling exploration. On one hand, on the other hand, we still benefit from using the oil. So it's kind of a must find a way to. There is no what they call solution that we stop oil drilling or stop animal testing, but or we stop using generic modified food, right? So, but actually, the genetic modified, genetically engineering crops actually continues to increase. So that gives us the idea, say, there are always two sides of argument, and how do we find a balance for the benefit of economic benefit, for the good of the environment, and also for social reason, right? So when we look at this diagram, economy, right, and society and environment, most our laws and regulations target for economic activities, but there are areas, waters that in economics we call externalities because there is no price for clean air, there's no price for clean water in the 70s. So the government environmental protection agency need to externalize those costs and make a company to cover those costs of using clean air and using clean water, right? So that's the study of movement of environmental, and then we also think about the social reason. They are workers in China suffer from chemical exposure to clean the iPhone, right? But in some countries, consider those are the impact of economic activity. So need a certain rule, a law. It's called in the United States called occupation health and safety. So that will internalize those costs into the cost of the product. So now there's a new, different concept about one is called social responsibility, corporate social responsibility. We talk about corporate social responsibility. Michael Porter, nobody will escape a business school without without knowing this guy, Michael Porter. He's everywhere, but not so much nowadays. When I was a graduate student, Michael Porter is everywhere. So Michael Porter said, corporate share value. So what's the difference between this? Well, this is, basically this is analytical framework, but I said the story is this. When you are the CEO of business executive and you say, we are doing corporate social responsibility because of law and regulation. And we consider corporate social responsibility, sustainability is part of the cost of doing business, right? Or in the 1970s, Milton Friedman say business exists to make profit and don't need to care as long as it follow the law and regulation. We don't need to do anything about social responsibility. We don't have any social responsibility. We follow the law and regulation, right? So that's number one. I mean, if you do business, we just say, oh, we follow everything. Means you can dump 100,000 tons. You are allowed. Your company are allowed to dump certain amount of unprocessed water. I say, okay, we do that, but you follow the law. But on the other hand, the second approach is that we're doing this because we want to satisfy those stakeholders who are like those protesting environmental or animal rights, genetically engineering food. We want to take care of those stakeholders, and we consider this a part of the cost of doing business. Otherwise, they will continue to protest against us. So we just say, okay, we do this to satisfy you. Right. So that's second one. I mean, you consider those are costs of doing business. But the third is called, we are here together. Why do environmentalists work with insurance company? Because the insurance company, they insure property for natural disaster, climate change. They need to know more about from the environmentalists. So they work together. Even the short term, they suffer maybe a lower profit, but the long term, they create much more viable, sustainable way. So we call dynamic efficiency. So when companies say, well, you can say we work with stakeholders, so we find a solution, so we can all stay here together for a sustainable future, right? So those are three approaches, right? So there's it's called corporate social responsibility or corporate shared value. Right? Shared value means there's only one planet. We are here together, and we might suffer long-term costs, but we increase long-term viability, sustainability, right? And I had a chance to visit this social innovation that for low-income female, teach them invest in their skill so they can make a living rather than giving the subsidy or money, direct transfer money, but instead is a social organization that provide durable skill, like a computer, like hairdressing, like making clothes, apparel like that. So we rise by living others. So this is another concept of shared value. This is the CEO of that trust company. So now, how can we make the question now is how can we make a difference? Right? A couple of months ago in the United States, the students are protesting about this the conflict between Hamas and Israel conflict, right? I mean, so they are pro-Palestinian group, they are pro-Israel group, right? They are protesting campus everywhere, right? So the problem is that they consider they are the right person, right approach, right idea. But again, how can we find a common ground? Right? When I was a graduate student, on campus, there was a movement against apartheid, right? That did make a difference, right? So those people are trying to do is they try to let people hear their voice, their concern, right? So what we can do is to investment, the choice of where we going to put the money or not our money, the company. For example, one of the topics during this protest at University of Washington, Seattle, is student asked Boeing to divest, ask University of Washington to diverse their fund from Boeing company because Boeing support something that they don't like. They say the University of Washington should not invest or using their endowment to invest in in Boeing, right? So the student want to make a difference, say, by using the approach, say, we diverse the money to the place that they consider with a higher impact, right? So, so that concept of impact investing. So if you concern about certain social causes or environmental, so you can invest your money or you can persuade or protest a company against company to divert the fund to the place, to the investment that you consider make a difference. It's just like 1980s when I was graduate student, there was against South Africa apartheid. So there was a strong movement about diverse from company like IBM or those companies that used to invest heavily in South Africa. So impact investing signifies a transition toward investment practice that are more attuned to social and environmental consideration. So I want to invest this. I want a company. If company does not invest in those areas, I don't want that by their part, right? So that's the concept of impact investment. So you can look at you can invest in ESG. There are company, there are investment mutual funds invest in ESG, right? Environmental, social, and G is governance. So whether this company is a good company, a good governance, right? Or you can say there's a plan to increase their impact on certain area, right? Okay. And you can see Gen Z, millennials, and Generation X is more trying to increase their impact investment portfolio, right? So there's a short video about this impact investing, right? You can find this in a lot of places, right? So climate change is one of the topics, right? People interested, right? Different type of impact investing. So so the key feature of impact investment is the investment's intention in certain area, intentionality. It can be measured, the impact can be measured in diverse sectors. And yes. That means it's time to wrap up my presentation. So, okay. Okay. There's two. Right, keep. Oh. Yeah. Right. So there are differences between the impact investing and what we call the ESG. Right. So the difference in terms of scope, in terms of intentionality, in terms of how we measure, in terms of outcome. Right. Right. So those are the list of questions that we ask when we consider this investing channels. Some challenge. Right, this is a list of the sustainable, we tie together the business model, sustainability, and impact investing. So we combine into building a sustainable business model. Right, microfinance enable access to capital in underserved community. It's like the Irabian trust means provide skill or training rather than direct income transfer, right? Clean technology, fair trade enterprise, water and sanitation, right? So I belong to Rotary Club. The Rotary Club did a lot of activity in pure water supply like that. Right? So, okay. Um, Circular economy is very popular right now. It's about recycle, reuse, right? Renewable energy, social impact bonds, community development finance, and educational. The last one is that I was here for the conference or educational initiative, right? So it's more not just about the company, the organization, institution. It's about everybody. It's about individual through education, right? So there's a different strategy. All right. So what are the lessons that we learned today? Right. Lessons. Lesson number one. Business disruptions are routine. Organization must continuously revise their business model. The example was Starbucks. They are doing well, but not so well lately. Right? Business model serves blueprint. Deliver. Most important work is the value. It's not about the cost. The price is the value that you deliver. So if you deliver higher value, you're able to charge higher price. Sustainability and innovation are important and intertwined elements that can drive business success and create positive outcome for society and the planet. CSV, right? We are here together, right? So ESG and impact in investing are different, right? And we are looking for more impact rather than just the financial return. Impact investing requires careful consideration, measurement, right? Measurement is the key word in a long-term perspective. For enduring impact in the ring of impact investing, the presence of sustainable business model. All right, that's conclude my presentation. So let me summarize the importance of business model. Right, business model is about value creation, and sustainability is about social, economics, and environment. Right, and we are here together. It's not about just the corporate social responsibility. It is about shared value that we create together in a sustainable way. And we can make a difference by choosing the investment channel with intentions and be able to measure and there in the long term. So in the end, we can make you and me and younger generations, right? You can make a difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. And I would like to request all the students and staff to have any question and discussion. They can discuss directly with Prof. And today is US National Day. So it's holiday for US, 4th July. So within that holiday, he is spending valuable time with us. That is for that we are thankful to you, Prof.
Thank you. It's a time well spent.
Thank you, Prof.
Really, I'm excited. I always want to come. Today, this is my first time. Really, it's wonderful coming.
Yeah, I am so honored to be invited to this esteemed education institution. That is really my honor. So we are welcome students, faculty to visit our university for short-term study, for degree transfer, or for graduate school.
Thank you. I would like to request Professor Dr. Ghosh to come and give a token of appreciation to Prof.
economic growth. Sustainable. Yes, Lincoln University College. And here's here's, Thank you. I request all of you to come this side, take do photo. Yeah, and I also for everybody, I bring the chocolate. Come. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah, originally. See you in English. Yeah. Thank you for the presentation.
It's been a pleasure being with all of you today. Thank you. We appreciate your time for attending this MOU signing between the two prestigious educational institutes. I wish you all good day. Thank you.
Thank you.